Good morning, everyone. Okay, I am hoping you're having a wonderful day. Sorry, I keep looking at the screen. I've got to look at the little dot over there, so I'm looking straight at you. You've got your band, grab your band. Let's take a seat. Let's rock and roll with it. As always, water, good surface area, good footwear, nice sturdy chair. So let's get on with it. I'm hoping everybody's having an awesome morning. Our morning is wonderful. Today is Thursday. I don't even know the date. 4th, 5th, 6th, one of those. Anyway, it's Amy's very last day with the kids today. Tomorrow she goes into work, ties up a couple of loose ends. It's a half day, let's be honest. Everyone's just going to buy her flowers, give her some gifts, tell her how much they're going to miss her over the time there. All that fun stuff that she's deserved for so very long there. I think it's 8 years now. She's the longest standing member that's been there, so she's done a wonderful job. Switch over, real proud of her. And we're so excited for our next little journey. It's all very, very exciting. So tomorrow is 32 weeks. So, hey, countdown to New Year's is countdown to when our little boy's going to be born. So all that stuff. So very excited. So our morning's been good. I've dropped James up at work and we've got a dinner planned on Friday. Obviously with all this lockdown stuff there has been nice. So we haven't actually gone out for dinner or even gone out for lunch since we've been able to get through. We're just still trying to tie up some loose ends. So going out for some lunch is just going to be, after dinner is just going to be so much fun. Nice little celebration. Oh God, who doesn't want to eat to celebrate? One stretch! So yes, so everything's cool on our side. We have a little bit more work done behind, so next time I'll spin it around you can see a little bit of a sad story. I've done a little bit of staining on the woods there, and then it managed to rain 36 hours afterwards. Generally, the stain's dried by then, but apparently it wasn't, and a little bit of it's trickled down onto the new surface area of render that we've done. And we haven't painted the render, but I'm a bit sad if I'm totally honest. I think I'm going to have to undercoat a lot and quite a few times to get rid of the stain mark, but that's not doing it. That's a little bit saddening. We'll work that out. One stretch. Not the worst problem, but not a great problem. Because Dan's done such a good job with the rendering, and the rain be coming down and messing with us. It's one of those things with stains there. It's generally 24, 36 hours is good enough. Apparently not in this circumstance. And it was a hot day too. Bugger. Hamstring stretch. And yeah, so I guess I got a little bit of news from Darren in the last email there. I'm sure he's probably sent me off some stuff very recently, if not very soon. I'll check the emails a bit later on today, but from the last conversation with the emails, I actually didn't know that the actual community hall that we generally use for the specific chair exercise group, for the social support classes, I haven't been in contact with a particular, so who is it? Oh, their names elude me now. Terrible. Melissa and, oh wow. Renee? Oh man, I can't remember. Oh, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. I should remember, but too many things go through my brain sometimes. It's definitely Melissa. That I have no idea when that's going to return, and that may not be till the new year, and that's a good chance that may not be till February sometime when I'm back into the groove of it. Calf stretch. But for the chair exercise group, I didn't know, but they've been using that as a COVID assessment hall, which just means that hall's not even available for us. So unless Darren and the council's able to work out another location for us to go to, I don't like our chances, if I'm totally honest, for the new year, to get back into jumper calves before the new year, which is a little bit sad. I would prefer to be there. I've been able to go out. I saw my athletes yesterday. This week and next week will be full time, back out to see everyone properly. But this week's been a nice little transition. The week before with a couple of people. So yeah, I'm really sorry to say that news. Tabletop, but I'm really not too sure how it's all going to pan out. And what effectively that means is I will finish up generally the week leading up towards Christmas. Whatever that Saturday is before Christmas will be my last day. I haven't even looked at the dates yet. My actual job, on a funny note, is after this session here, I've got about an hour and a half of phone calls. I've got a 2-hour break off there. I'm going to do a bit of cleaning and actually work out when I'm going to finish up for the year. So maybe the next time I see you guys, I can tell you all about that. Lovely. If you want a drink, perfect time for a drink. I have had plenty of water and tea and stuff, but always got my drink bottle there. Hello, Edie. Okay, Edie wants to come up. You want to come up? Here, we'll put your little bed over here. Everyone can watch you. She's got like a little bed mat here. Okay, and up you go. Thank you, Edie. You can sit. Oh, it's a tough life being her. Nice one. How you feeling? You having a good day? Yeah, they went for a morning walk. They're happy. There, you can rotate around and see everyone. Aha! It's a good life being there. Alright, shall we begin? Let's do it. Good. Let's start with some squats. Yeah, I know. Lulu's probably sleeping in the other bed. We have little beds for them everywhere there. It's like a nice... I'm pretty sure that's someone's old school baby blanket, which is cool. Someone gave it to us there, and we're just like, there's only so many baby blankets you feel like you need. Who knows, maybe in the future we might need more, but we said, look, this one's a really nice one. I can't remember if it was Amy or I. We popped it on the floor and Edie just jumped straight onto it. Laid onto it, and then Lulu came over and rolled herself into it. We're just like, let the dogs have it. You know, they have effectively taken our baby mat. Or at least one of the baby blankets, so they can have some fun with that. 2, 1, let's get some legs moving. So yeah, and like they've got a, we call it the raspberry bag because it's a nice raspberry colour, but we popped that over the top and they seem to be using it a whole lot more, so whatever. They can have some fun. It seems to fit in here with this room. Whatever. They rule our lives a little bit. Oh, Jill! She knows it. Alright, so yeah, sorry about that bad news before. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see anyone there because, you know, from this particular video, I would probably have 6 weeks before I take my 5-6 weeks of paternity leave. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. 2, 1, good. Squat, knee drive, taking our time. Good, so you can see there's 2 variations. We can stay with the traditional squat, we can squat up, knee drive, or you can do it all one big movement. So you can see, as I thrust my hip up, my knee comes up to there. So that's the hardest variation of it there. You pick the one that you like. And now there is one silver line to this, is my last email to Darren was, I am very happy to actually pre-create a lot of these videos. So, even though those 6 weeks that I won't actually be there with you, there can be some content that goes up online. Absolutely create that. Just means there might be a weekend where I'll handball Amy out of the house. She can go see her family and I'll spend, 5 hours just creating some content after each other. I'm sure when you view it there, you'll hear me say, all right, this is one of, 8 videos. Bear with me here. It's probably going to nosedive a little bit in performance as I get tired, but I'll bring it to the table. 2, 1, good. Nice and easy. Lean forward. I'm on my toes on this one here. Just nice and easy. See if you can bring a little bit of speed to here. You can just see me as I'm moving around. Breathe in through the nose. A little bit of speed work. I like it. 2, 1. Now flat foot. Light little slamming. We're working on a little bit of impact. On the legs. Yeah, you're wondering what I'm doing high here. A little bit of impact. Work on with it there. Get up nice and tall. Faster you move your arms too. Striking that foot, create a little bit of impact on the legs. The harder it's going to be. Now, if you want to make it a little bit harder, height. The height that I lift my legs up. Still flat foot slamming. Right? That makes it a little bit harder. As always, when I'm slamming, you can see I'm bent. There's never a lockout phase. That's a lockout of the knee. There's always a subtle bend. You want to put the tension through your muscles and your bone structure or your bone. Imagine the 2 bones hitting over the top there. You've got some cartilage in between. You want to start loading that up a little bit. Loading up the joint capsule and then slamming, not going to be great. That's the actual joint capsule that takes the load, the tendon. Nobody's happy. Pull it in to the muscles. That's why we have slight bends. All right, 3, 2, 1. Roll for me, please. We're going to bring out the band very soon. Now, if you don't have a band, I'll always show a variation without a band. But I find sometimes bands are a bit fun to play with. If you've got dumbbells, sure, if you can see the variation between the dumbbells and the band, use those dumbbells. No harm done. I just like showing different bits of equipment. Good, you'll notice too, I'm pulling up high on this one. You can pull high or you can pull low. Whatever you feel comfortable with, as always, squeeze your glute. Oh, it's a tough life, Edie. It is a tough, tough life. Yeah, it's not uncommon that I do videos here, there, and she just wants to get up and say hello. And since I've been using this room much more, she's been enjoying it more. And Lulu's never too fast. Sometimes she'll pop her head in there, give this one a lick, and then run off, and have a good time. All right, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Please grab your band. I want to actually do some of these movement patterns at the beginning, standing, if that's okay, team. Good. Wind that band up. Wind that band up. So what we're going to do is we're going to push in front of us. Now, if I push in front and out, it's actually really quite easy. Until I push in a wide position, there's no resistance from the band. And you'll notice that I've just wrapped it a couple of times. So the first thing I did was grab it and wrap it. I'm just getting it to the right resistance. The less you wrap it, the easier it's going to be. The more you wrap it, the harder it's going to be. So I push out in a wide position. Push out in a wide position. Good. So push it out and away from your body. Good. You know, this is pretty hard. Your shoulders will start screaming, a whole bunch of stuff. Your goal to not be trap loading here, to relax those shoulders. So relax, pull them back, head up tall, push out. Don't allow those shoulders to come up as you go ahead and do this. And the way to do that is that depression retraction. You're going to pull your shoulder blades back and down. 5 to come. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Yeah, how good's that? This one's a little bit different, only if you feel comfortable. Notice I'm starting, right arm is up vertically, left arm's out to the side. I want to pull this away. Good. So it's a little bit of a different movement. I'm pulling it away using my left arm. Now this is quite difficult just to hold that up there. Your shoulders are going to want to move, so it's all about a shoulder stability. So you need to pull that right shoulder into its socket, pull it down into its socket, hold the arm up, left arm out to the side, pull it out to the side. Good, just take your time. I'm just pulling it out laterally. If you want to get a bit more creative, you can pull it down a bit back behind you. It's a bit harder. Pulling it in front is a little bit easier. You'll find it's easier on the left arm that's pulling, but harder on the other arm. So whichever side, so play your little variable. Have a little bit of a play. Find some different angles. Good, if you got the band, keep going. If you didn't have the band, a couple of things. I sort of like the alternating position. I would sort of like the pulling in front, pull over the head, and then see if you can go behind. Pull in front, over the head, and then behind. It just changes where your shoulder's having to work from. So in front, laterally, and then pulling from behind there. It's going to feel a little bit different. You get different muscle groups having to work. Which is a little bit of what this pull movement's all about. Lovely. Wind the band up. When you go pull parts, correct. Depression, retraction, pull apart. It's just enough room for me. Phenomenal. Just the right amount of room for me to just fit in, create that full extension. Oh, lovely times. Keep it coming for me, team. Move that to the side so you can just see how I'm moving that. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Oh, wowza. Starts to get a bit tough. All right, over the back of our head. We're going to throw some punches. Right, now, 2 options. Sitting, leg forward, leg back, throw our punches. Option 2, standing. Slide drop your legs. Through your legs, throw those punches. Just straight out in front. Option 3, really wind this cable up a little bit more. See if you can really bring yourself down a little bit lower. Notice my body position, I'm not falling forward. This is up vertical, 1 leg in front, 1 leg behind. Slide drop your legs, so you find that starting position, then just drop it a little bit more. From here, now throw your punches, 3 different levels. Seated, standing with a subtle leg bend, and then standing with much more of a leg bend. It's good. Notice the stance position, notice how wide I am. The wider stance position gives you stability. Change your legs over. Keep it coming. You find your level, team. Just punching straight out in front. Good. Breathe. Oh yeah, tough life eating, huh? What are you doing? Not even fussed. Doesn't even care. All right, 15 seconds. Bring it home. Throw those punches. Let's get them done. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh, yes. Oh, wonderful. Oh, a little bit of shoulder load there. Throw that band aside. Have some water, have a little walk around. Hello. Hey, you're a good girl. Oh, a little crazy sometimes. She likes nibbling. So, she's good now. She just wants a lick because she's nice and relaxed. But she loves like having a little nibble on the fingers. You know, just to let me know this is a bit of playtime. Normally when she gives me a bit of a nibble, I get underneath, rub her belly, make her all happy. But yeah, she's a happy girl. Good girl. When we all sit on the couch at night there, you can tell it's a happiest moment when the whole pack's together. Oh yeah. Aren't they wonderful, our little animals, right? You know, great cursor or precursor before we have our little guy. Just love and care and, you know, all the important things, eh? Oh, crazy. I can put my finger in her mouth and like rub her underneath her mouth, and she just sits there and licks me and gives me those little nibbles when she wants to have a bit of fun. She's wonderful. Okay. Okay, stand up. We're going to work with that impact a little bit more now. So nice and easy. Flat foot. Real easy, side to side. If you want to get your arms moving a little bit, you can. Notice I'm driving up from my knees. This is a knee drive, right? So it's really important to know this. Knee drive means my knees are coming up. Notice my torso position relatively straight with a subtle lean forward. That would be perfect vertical, subtle lean forward, all pretty standard. Everything's just slightly holding a bit of tension as I do it. That is different to subtle bend in knees, but shifting weight side to side. So knees up, shifting weight. Good. So I just want to say you can see there's a bit of a rock side to side. Lovely. Knees up. You choose your height, your team, and how hard you want to impact. Move it side to side. Knees up. Good. So you can see that there. Again, flat foot. I'm going to really emphasize this to the side. I'm going to emphasize this a little bit more, so you're going to hear me strike the floor a little bit harder. You choose your intensity. Knees up. Good. Again, we're creating some impact in our legs. To the side. Knees up. Last one. Good. Really starting to work calf. Bit of impact to the side. Good. Probably sounds a little denser too as well. These floorboards really vibrate a fair bit. Good. Makes it sound like I'm really close space into, so it really makes it sound like I'm stomping that floor hard. Call me Godzilla. 2, 1. Excellent. Calf raising. 2 feet. If you need the chair, please have the chair. Full grip, pincer grip, no grip. You choose. Just a teeny bit low for me to do this. I can do it. So as another rule of thumb there, this would be what I would consider a bit too low. The chair would need to be about that height so I can get a full grip on it, just to be safe, the mechanism type stuff. Lucky I'm good enough to do it without the chair, but as just a rule of thumb, that's why I like those higher position ones where you can grip up to and you can play with it a bit more. That stuff's important. Good. 2 feet. We know the 2 feet one. Good. We're going to change this. We're going to rotate inwards. Go for me. It's going to feel a bit weird. Internal rotation actually comes from your hip. It's the internal rotation of your femur, which is this bone up here. That thigh bone that rotates up in the socket. And yes, great example. I looked down a little bit, but I came forward as a general thumb, up nice and tall. So that's what not to do. Didn't ever mean it that way, but it came out good. External rotation, feet facing outwards, work it. You might notice you want to bring your feet back in under your body a bit more when you do that external rotation. Feels a little different, calves will burn. You may find that your calves scream a little bit differently. It depends on what muscle, it depends on where your strength and weakness is. Yep, that was Lulu barking. Take your time, Edie. If you watch that slowly, she just glips a little bit on that right leg. It's been a little bit off the last couple of days, poor girl. She's had a surgery a couple of years ago onto it. Good, move it side to side. And it's been so much better for her there. She definitely spent a good 6 months really struggling, moving around a little bit. We got into the surgery and it's up to her heaps. Yeah, okay, Edie? Do you want to go down? Good, keep moving side to side. She'll let me know. All right. Good, we're going to go back onto those stompers again. 2, 1. Good, knees up. Flat feet. Just notice your calves holding a bit of tension, right? It's a little tough. To the side. That's okay. Drive. Flat foot slamming. Knees up. Good. Still flat foot. To the side. Give me 2 seconds, team. Keep going. Waiting. Up. There you go. Go see what your sister's doing. Good girl. Alright. Knees up. So guys, go 10 to the doggies. There's a step there. She doesn't jump down steps or anything. She fell down one of our big set of stairs very early on in the piece when we got her. And every time she gets the stairs, she just looks at us and like, you take me. I ain't doing that again. So there's a bit of scar in there, poor girl. 2, 1, the last one. Get them working. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, how good's that? Really quick transition. Internal. Calf raises. Let's go. Really quick. We got 30 seconds exactly to smash through this and we'll finish off on the band work. Alright. Keep coming with the internal rotation. Good. Again, if you need that chair, grab that chair. 3, 2, 1. External rotation. It's probably been a while since I've done this, but this is called a superset. So you pick between 2 structured movements, being the stomping, knees up, to the lateral stomping. And then I'm supersetting that with all these calf movements. So it's taking those 2 different components and combined them in. You can see we just played between both of them, had a short rest, which was less than 10 seconds, and then boom, did it all over again. Superset. Welcome to the world of fitness. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Bend work. Yep. Down off the bend. Good. Wrap it around your foot. Wind it up. It's a vertical row. So you've got the gorilla row variation. Pull it in strong. The gorilla row variation, if you have the dumbbells, is a good one to go to. And that is the sitting over the top. You can either pull on the outside or the inside of your legs. If you didn't have anything, I would prefer leaning forward, double arm pulls. Double arm pulls. So not quite the roller, which is really coming driving forward. I would just look for here and then double arm pull back. Good. And you can see very similar movement patterns. We just put our bodies in different positions. Let's do it. Good. Excellent. So heels on the floor, that's really important. The cable's in the middle part of my foot, so it's not going anywhere. Slight bend of that top knee instead of locking it out there. All those things are important. Drive that elbow back. Switch over sides. Doesn't really matter too much which side it's on. It's just good to switch over, keep it even. Making sure that we feel comfortable pulling from both legs. I like it. We're doing good. Couple of more minutes here, team. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Yes. We're going to pull apart above our head. So you can pull apart, which means I bring my hand to the outside. That cable is in front of me. I can also pull it behind my head. In front and behind. Can we have a visual? I hear you say, yes you can, maybe. I mean, yes I can. Because then you're talking to me. Oh, I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, buff, pull. And then behind the head. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. Good. Just playing with that movement. Good. Nice and strong. Drive it in behind. Pull it down. Doing it well. 5, 4. Yeah, you got to go both sides to get 1. 3, 2. 1 more. Rest. Hey, this is great. We're coming to the end team again. Either seated or standing. Let's throw our punches. We have 1 minute. I'm going to start that 1 minute timer in 5 seconds. Alright, we're good. 2, 1, let's do it. Good, 30 seconds either side. Throw those punches, they're just straight ahead. Let's go, think speed here team. Right, you can really get into and start to drive in and get some good speed going here. This is your call. Breathe. Stay with it. 2, 1, check your stance. 30 seconds left. Let's do it. Good, arms will be getting a bit heavier. Especially depends on how tight you've made those bands. Or if you're holding dumbbells, sure, they'll be getting crazy heavy. 15 seconds. Keep it coming. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And there we go. Oh, wonderful stuff. It's great stuff, team. Good. Grab yourself that. Actually, as my hand came back, I walloped myself in the face on one of those. Lovely. Nothing will wake you up quicker. Yeah, get punched in the face, and then I'm going to have myself a coffee after this. Whew. Well played. Cross those legs up. Let's get into a good stretch. And if I'm totally honest, we've got a couple of chocolate chip cookies. I might even have one. Yeah. Amy won't know. Well, let's be totally honest. If I don't get one, she eats them all. Let's be honest about this. I'm getting it because if I don't get it now, I don't get it at all. Part of the fun. I find that cookies and muffins, they have their place. And my lord, we had, I brought some jam donuts a week ago. We have not had jam donuts in the house at least a year. Absolutely a year. I feel like early, very first lockdown-ish situation switch over. I'm pretty sure we had at a local in Lamana there, they have sometimes like the little mini donuts. You can buy like a pack of 12 of those. Pretty sure we hit that up a couple of times. But like a big jam donut, oh, just wow, right? Such simple, so delicious. God, it's fun. When you haven't had it for a long time, so nice. If you have it all the time, it just loses its magic. I think that's the key. It's like, hey, I'll park this, I'll revisit this in 6 months or a year, and then you'll really appreciate it. Quite the stretch. Like anything, right? Like we have some wonderful smoothies that we have here. Lovely oats, and Ames loves almond milk. I'm more of a cow's milk guy. You put that in, we get some frozen mangoes, put that in there, or some frozen berries. We always have like different greens powder and stuff, and please you don't feel like you ever need to do that. At the end of the day there, if you've got some spinach, whack that in there. We buy some frozen cube spinach, so we throw that in there. Just a whole bunch of different stuff there. And the stuff's delicious, but when you have it all the time, it just loses its magic. So we try to keep that for like the summertime. So for 3 months of the year, we just pound up and have heaps of that smoothie stuff. Switch over sides, and it just makes it so exciting. I guess it's also because it's cold generally when you pop a whole lot of ice in there. And when it's hot weather, you want something that's cold and nutritious and hydration enough or liquid enough there that you're not feeling like you need to, you're not eating and going, oh my God, I need so much more water afterwards. If it's something that's too salty. So that's all good. Quad stretch completed. Hamstring stretch. Trying to think of anything fun and exciting to happen on our side there. Not really, actually. I don't know if I mentioned, I might not have mentioned actually. Obviously this is really cool news, but just randomly come to us now that Amy actually has 2 other siblings. So she's the eldest of her family as I am for mine. So she has a brother Sam and a sister Sophie. So Sam's the middle child, Sophie's the youngest one, and Sam and his partner are pregnant too. I don't know if I told the group that there, but that's super exciting. So they're expecting in April sometime. So Amy's birthday is April the 19th, and I think the due date for this little one's like April 21st or something. So like really close to Amy's birthday, so that's all very exciting. Switch over hamstrings. So knowing that our little guy's gonna have it, have a best friend as he grows up there, being a cousin, that's we think that's really exciting. We sort of say how that all, wish them all the best there, instead of how that all pans out there. They're doing a bit of renting and finding different places to rent at, and you realise that everyone's in different situations, but it's always okay. You always navigate and you find a way through it there, and you've got people around you that love you and help you out through that journey. It's nice. It's lovely. It's nice time. A bit more perspective in life, right? Trying to get too caught up on all the craziness and the silliness. Because, sometimes it get crazy, right? I probably don't need to tell that to you guys. You guys have seen enough in life to see how that gets. So sometimes try to lose track of the important things. A simple hug and a jam donut every now and again. Oh yeah, switch over. I bet some of you will be thinking about jam donuts now. Actually, on a funny note, this is probably gone back about, at least 4 years ago, and it's funny how I remember this. You don't ever think about something until someone brings it up, right? So I bet some of you would be thinking about jam donuts now that I've said it. But one of the blokes who was training said, "Oh, Adrian, like, my kids love Vegemite." I'm like, "Vegemite? My God, I haven't had that ages. It's been such a long time." And he's like, "You know what, when I was young, Adrian, I used to have Vegemite and cheese, like, toasted sandwiches. Like, get the jackal out, or sandwich maker, bam, get it so hot that you bite and burn your tongue and think, why did I do that?" But you'd still go back for again. So then, you'll wise up the next time, make sure you break it, let a little bit of heat in there before you chop into it. And I just thought, my God, I've missed that. Went out and bought some wholemeal bread and Vegemite and cheese, and I think I had like 4 of them. Like, who does that? Switch over cup. Who has 4 sandwiches nowadays? That's fine when you're a 16-year-old kid running around. Like, 2 would be absolute extreme. 4 is just, I'm trying to relive the past. Tabletop stretch. Just so much fun, right? It's funny, you don't really consider it till you hear someone else talk about it, then you're like, yeah. And that's what I mean by sort of, you enjoy something so much more when you haven't had it for such a long time, and it's just nice to dive into it. It's wonderful. I find that rule's true except for pasta. Pasta's good all the time. Thank you very much, everyone. We've got a little over time, but I do enjoy a bit of jibber jabber. I'll see you whenever I see you next. Bye for now.